Plaintiff Dexter Brown says his cousin took him for a ride when she stopped making payments on the car he co-signed for her. Now that his financial reputation is taking a hit, he's suing for $3,489. Defendant Loquisha McGee says she ghosted her cousin when she was missing payments because it was too embarrassing to face him. She claims the plaintiff forgave the debt, and she's countersuing for $2,500 for defamation of character.
You're suing your cousin?
Yes.
Why?
I'm suing her because I co-signed the car for her, and she completely stopped making payments.
Oh, okay.
Me and my cousin, we was real close.
Yes.
I thought it was my obligation to look out for her because she lost her mom and also my grandmother.
Sure. Oh, I see.
Okay,
yeah.
She came to me, asked me could I co-sign. I said, okay, no problem.
And how much was it for, do you remember?
The car, I think, was probably for, like $10,000. After co-signing, she promised that she was going to make the payments on time or whatever. She did make the payments on time the first year. The second year, got a little shaky, but hey, I didn't make no big deal or fuss about it. The third year was like horrible. I contact her, trying to get in touch with her. She wouldn't answer no phone calls, wouldn't call me back, no text messages or no messages or nothing. The car got repossessed. And I didn't even know the car got repossessed until like 2 months later. Went on, tried to contact her about that. So then I wind up calling the creditors, trying to see if it's a way that I can basically take care of it so I can get my credit back on track. And then after I took care of that, try to contact her again to try to see if we can come to an agreement to get everything squared away. Then come to find out, tolls came in play.
Tolls?
Tolls, and it killed me.
Okay, so the tolls, is that what this $489 is about?
Yes.
Okay, so you are suing her for the total of $3,489. The
Yes.
$3,000 you're saying is for what you had to pay to settle the debt on
Yes.
the co-signing that
Correct.
you did.
Yes.
Okay. Did you ask him to co-sign?
Yes, Your Honor. I asked him to co-sign a car for me because I didn't have anybody to do it. He agreed. I appreciate him for that.
Yeah.
The first year was perfect. Everything was normal. I paid my payments on time. I was working at the time. I ended up getting pregnant. So when I got pregnant, I ended up getting sick. So I had to cut my hours. So it really wasn't I had anything to pay him. So I was making my payments, but not as regular. Here and there I was paying them.
Yeah.
Once I went on maternity leave, that's when everything went downhill.
I see. But you didn't notify him that you couldn't make payments, or?
No,
Not
I
at
didn't.
all.
I was kind of embarrassed because
okay.
he went out his way to to help me, and I was kind of embarrassed, so I couldn't face him in.
Sure.
So I kind of snuck and did things on my own.
I think
making
young people
payments right
today
now.
say you ghosted him.
That's what she did. She ghosted
that
me
right?
big time.
You got it? You got it?
I tell you what, I am cooler than I look. No, go ahead.
Yeah, she ghosted me big time.
She goes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it took me years to find a job.
Are you denying that you owe him that money?
When he reached out to the creditors and basically said he was gonna pay it, I thought he told me it was nothing we can do. It was that was it. He's paying it off and that's that. I didn't know I had to pay him the money.
Well, I mean, he put up the $3,000 to pay it
but
off.
he also told me that it was okay. I didn't have to pay him back. I thought that's what he said. That's why I didn't worry about paying him back,
But
or
that's
even
not what I told you.
making payments towards him, giving him money here and there.
She
I
signed
missed
a
it.
whole promissory note. So I don't know where she's coming from saying that I didn't tell her about that.
Do we have a copy of the
Yes,
promise?
I have it right here.
I remember signing something when we first got into the agreement,
Yeah.
when we first co-signed it.
It's pretty well typed out. You will pay to the lender, that's Dexter, your cousin, $3,000, including the principal amount of the note, plus any relevant interest. Okay.
I don't remember signing anything
Well, you're not saying this isn't your signature.
It looks a lot like my signature.
Yeah,
but I
it's your
don't remember.
signature. It's your signature. Okay, now you sue him because for defamation of character.
Yes, correct.
What specifically are the things that he said that you believe qualify as defamation?
I
Yes.
could make a post on Facebook about anything. He'll come, oh, I know you see me calling you. You want me to bring it to Facebook? And he'll call my dad, talk about me to my dad. talk about me to my cousins, and they'll call, hey, you know, Dexter called and said this about you, said that about you, and I'm like.
But that was the only way I can get in touch with you.
You know
if you
why
see it on social media, then she'll either be like, hey, this, that, and this, but never call. I mean, what I supposed to do?
A lawsuit about a defamation, which is either slander, which is verbal, or libel, which is written. So if he's talking to your dad, you know, how many times do you have a conversation with a girlfriend and you're gossiping about someone and say, oh man,
every day.
You know. A defense for defamation is the truth. So if he's merely saying she's not paying me back the money she owes me and I'm upset about that and maybe even uses a curse word, that's not defamation, that's the truth.
You don't have to come through Facebook with it. Like,
I'm not saying it's nice. No, it's not nice. And the evidence that you've submitted for defamation, he said, I see you saw my post, so you need to blank. Call me ASAP. Now, he's cursing and saying, call me back, but saying to you, call me back, is not defamation. Then he said, then the other one you submitted is, do I need to come on your Facebook page with the, again, the blank? That's not defamation. Defamation is causing damage to someone with something which is maliciously not true. This isn't defamation. In fairness, as I look at this, you do owe him the money. I mean, he could be nice and, you know what, it's okay, I love you, I'm going to forgive you for this, you don't have to pay this. He could say that.
That's what basically he said. I don't remember him telling me.
But he's not obliged to forgive you. The reason you have the debt to him is because you signed the document which says, I owe you $3,000. The only way that it can be legally forgiven is if there is also a document signed where he says, I forgive you of that loan. If there's a signed document which says you owe the money, only a signed document forgiving it can be recognized. It's up to you to decide whether or not you're going to forgive her. Apparently you're not, because you're here in court.
Exactly.
There was something in your heart which had you say, I am going to co-sign this note for you, because she was your cousin. You said she was in bad straits, and you wanted to help her out.
Yes, we was close. I mean, real close together, but I mean, it messed up my livelihood.
You have the legal right to have that enforced because she signed the document and she owes you the money that you co-signed. So therefore, I find for the plaintiff in the sum of $3,000. And the countersuit is dismissed.
I don't know. I don't think I should be able to pay him because he volunteered to pay it off, so.
We might not be that close, but hopefully we'll be able to go to family functions and be cordial.
Hey YouTube, thanks for watching. For more Judge Jerry, click here. For more Jerry Springer, click here.